Hey there, folks. How are we all doing? I get over that Christmas okay? Most of them didn't remember ringing in the new year. I have a little new sidekick with me this evening. It's little Katie. Hey, Katie.
Hey there.
What's your fucking name? Um. Hey there, Darnell. I'll tell you. It was, I suppose, a little bit of a welcome break for everybody. You know, not worrying about league games and worrying about jumping on the board and worrying about this and that. It was good just to give out the one or two fixtures and just leave it until now, until we release another one this week. But there's a small bit of a buzz and excitement around the place of people trying to get fixtures out and done, and there's a few coming back and people haven't picked up a dart. Not yet. Happy New Year, Stephen. So there's a bit of a anticipation there about everything. And I hope all your darts are flying straight and well. I'm actually going back to my original ones. I'm actually trying half decent when I begin, like so. Good step in the right direction. A few things. William Kirkwood into the final of the Big Fish. Congratulations to you. The other semi-final hopefully will be on tomorrow evening. Hopefully we'll get it live streamed as well. They do want a live stream, so I don't know, is it tomorrow evening or Friday evening, but we will get it up on the screen and so on. Can't wait to get in around the leagues. It's good to look at them again and see a few games that have come in, what's after doing and all that. It's brilliant. The other thing is the team event, the open draw for the team event, that is still there. I'm going to tag everybody that has already wanted to be in there. Just to make sure you do want to be in there, and anybody else that wants to join is more than welcome to. 100%. Barry against KTD in the other semi-final at the Big Fish. Yeah, that was the other one. Congratulations to John Rock. Absolutely fantastic on winning the 301 match yesterday evening against a worthy runner-up. No doubt the field was fantastic, but a worthy runner-up in Danny Kennedy. It was 8-6. Fair play, lads. Good close contest there. But John Rock coming out on top there. You know what? We'll hit it straight into the citrine. Once again, we go to single screen. There we go. And there we go. Straight into the citrine we go. And there he is, boy. The man on form. The man everybody wants to beat right now. He is on top. Mr. William Kirkwood, 14 played, 89 points. Look, there's a few lads with a few games in hand over him, but he's got points in bag. That's the best thing about it. He's got points in the bag, 89. Johnny Blair, Bertrand Asalango on 86 points game in hand. Stephen Pinkerton up into third. Good little run of form lately out of Stephen. Remy Williamson still hanging in around there. He's on 76 points. The Storm 180, looking for any fella with an 80 plus average to give him an all-practice partner. He feels he could do with a bit of a push in the right direction. Neil Duff, Mal Cummins, still toe-to-toe there on 74 points. Couple of games in hand over the boys in front of him, but still in the right direction. Simon Dunn, a little bit peaky of late, but no doubt he will be on the pushing towards the end of the season. The Muffin Man, Mr. Barry, Andrew Kenyon, myself, Martin Carville. Poor bit of form I seen from Martin. Couldn't hit doubles in one game. Couldn't score and should have finished in another. It was just one of them evenings, wasn't it, Martin? Craig and Grant Simpson, top half of the table. Yeah, actually, we've actually all played a couple of games on that. I was asked to play in the tournament. I did. I tagged a few. I was one of them. Anyway, we'll go into the stats, the tons. Andrew Kenyon leads the way. Myself in second on 144. The Storm on 141. Craig John on 136. What I've noticed about all these is it's great having all them tons, but all the lads have all the 140s, so you're still losing legs. William Kirkwood, 56 140s from his opening 15 games. It's unbelievable. And to back that up as well, he's got 122 tons. It just goes to show. Mr. Barry on 53, the Storm on 52, SAS 51 with Neil Duff. Martin Moore still leads the way on the 170s, but I'll tell you, there's a lot more trying to hit the 170s this season. It's fantastic. We had 17 last season, we already have 26 this season. Shane Ryan still leads the 180s with 15 of them, Craig John and Neil Duff with 13 each, Martin Carroll and the Storm and Remy and Stephen Pinkerton all with 12 180s. Craig John and Martin Moore, the two 170s, absolutely fantastic. Stephen Pinkerton with a 164, Neil Duff and Remy with a 160. Absolutely fantastic. Loads of best legs of 11, 12s, 13s. Absolutely fantastic. Halfway mark. Ton plus finishes is with Simon Dundaw. He has 10. The closest is Craig John with 7. There has been... I don't know how many that says. Sorry, no. 23 ton plus checkouts already this season in the Citrine. Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Love seeing that. We will change to... Where are we going next? I need single screen up. We are going to the Kynite next. There we go. In the Kynite. The Magician and Paul Jill MacDonald. Both on 94 points. Both lost the game around Christmas time. I do know Paul Jill beat the Magician and then he lost the game. He beat the Magician 5-4, lost the game 5-3. There is one leg between him at the top. What a tungsten tussle that is. Absolutely fan-diddly-astic. Ian Henley and Mike Deaver both on 80 points in third position. 2 legs separates the two of them there. Marcus Hawkins, Neil Withers, Helton, Colin can jump straight into third there with that game in hand. Scotty, William Scott could jump up into 79. KDD is on 70. The Wasp on 69. Carl Winters on 68. I'm not joking, lads. There's nothing. 2 wins inside this puts you straight up there. We were only saying it there before we jumped on about even the bottom half of the table. Melita, 11 games played. He could go from there up into the promotion playoff places. That's how close it can be. All to play for. It is all to play for. It is ridiculously good. It's ridiculously close. And it just goes to show that when we were starting the leagues, that we built them right. You know what I mean? So that's how close it is. It's fantastic to watch. It's brilliant. Love it. To the stats. To be fair, there's nothing in these either. You can't see that now. I'm going to make that bigger as well. Small problem now because Excel is a bit of a melt when it comes to me at the moment. There we go. Do. Right. There we go. To the tons. Carl Winters leads the ton bracket 139. Lee Marsh on 132. Second half of the first half of the season, if you like to call it that way. The closer to him into Christmas, the better he got. Couldn't get doubles at the start. Now he's starting to pick off a few games here and there, and he'll be a real threat at the back end of the season. KDD 130, John Cranny 126. Carl Winters leads the 140s as well as the tons. He's got 42 of them with the Magician and Marcus Hawkins. Mike Deaver on 39, Lee Marsh on 38. Tony Light has 7 140s. Colin, loads of them in there with 2. There's 17 170s in there already. The 180s though, Mike Deaver leads the way with 13. Carl Winters, Helton and the Siderman all with 12. I don't know what the story is with all the writing in that. It looks a small bit out of sync, and all the numbers are as well. It's a bit weird. It's weird looking. Put me off as well. The highest out is 161. It is by Lee Marsh. Darnell was knocked off the tree there. Morris Hedda, Paul Jill MacDonald, William Scott, best legs at 12-13 the field. No bad leg of 6. Best leg is 16 for everybody within it so far. Ton Plus finishes Darnell and Lee Marsh. I'm telling you, he's the man around the big finishes as well at the moment. It is unreal to see him going. There he is, 7 each. Robert Shaw with 6, Ian Henley, Keely D, 5 and 4 respectively. Hold on there a second, folks. Oh yeah. Yeah, wait. No. Training cancelled today to put a car note. We'll arrange for a different night. Sorry for inconvenience. Just 5 minutes ago. Sorry. Love ya. Bye. Sorry, Reese's training cancelled. There we go. Into the Tiger Eye. This is brilliant as well. All the leagues are brilliant, to be fair. Really enjoy all of them. There we go. Into the Tiger Eye we go. And it's Christopher Pratt who leads the way. 15 games played, 90 points. Ryan Richmond on 84. He's got a game in hand. He can go to 91. Aaron McKendry has 2 games in hand over the boys. He can go to 83 by winning his 2. Mr. Tyres on 79. Stephen Anthony Davison on a rampage up along that table. He's on 76. Eddie Berger, 3 games in hand over the boys. He can go to 95 points and take the outright lead. This is how close it is inside here. Vernon Human can move up there to 84 as well and put the rest of them in around there. Adam McVicker on 69, Clark Cook, Erlen Linney, Keith O'Connor, Gar Watson and Johnny Mulder top half of the table, but there's all to play for because all the lads under them have all games in hand over the boys that are already games played. So the likes of Alan, Erland, Clark Cook, watch out lads, because these lads could catch you in an act. To the stats. Where's me yoke? There it is. Mr. McAlary, 131 tons, leads the way by 18 tons. Eddie Berger in second, Christopher Pratt and Johnny Muller, 170. Johnny Muller leads the 140s, God bless you. 38 of them, Christopher Pratt, 36, Ryan Richmond, 34, Aaron McKendry and Clark Cook, 31. Alan McVicker, Lenny, Jared, Patrick and Ryan Richmond, 170s there each. I tell you, Lee, I'm not joking. You were fierce and lucky at the start of the season with a few doubles, and it was the doubles that cost you. It wasn't the scoring, it was the doubles that cost you at the start of the season. And no doubt you'll be looking down at an awful lot of them by the end of the season. There's a lot of games played, there's a lot of points up for grabs, and no doubt you'll be looking down a lot of them, I'd say. The 13 170s inside the Tiger Eye so far. Aaron McKendry still leads the 180s. Absolutely fantastic. 11 of them, Christopher Pratt on 9, Clark Cook. They are closing the gap on him. Christopher Pratt highest out 164. Alan McVicker with a 160. And Aaron McKendry and Stephen Anthony Davison and Vernon Human all with a big 156. Best legs there you can see 19. 12s by Aaron, Ryan, Jeff Wiley with a 13. James McAlary and Patrick Leahy. Ton Plus finishes 10-22. There's a good 30 of them there within the league. There. There's loads. Aaron and Christopher with 5 each. Alan with 4. Lenny, Vernon, all with 4s there. Absolutely fantastic. Best average still with Aaron, 86-38. I doubt that will be touched at this stage of the season. You never know though. Well careful bunch of young fellas within the Tiger Eye. To the Obsidian, Um, another one. Do you know, I actually love all the leagues. Do you know, and it's the players within the leagues that make the leagues. You know what I mean? It's brilliant. Um, Lee Refford still leads the way with Ivan David Dara. He has a game in hand, but Ivan has points. Like the ball have 93 points. Don't get me wrong. But it is Lee Refford who has that game in hand. John Smith can go to 93 as well if he wins his game. Gary Wilson can go to 89. I tell you, it's fairly close up around there now, isn't it? Vinny O'Brien on 80. Helen can move to 84. Ronnie Kerwin on a charge as well. I'll tell you, as that fourth, that third, I'm not going to look, anything can happen. The winter break would have helped a lot of people. Won't help a lot more. Different farmers would have came in and stuff like that. Anything is possible. I do still pip Helen Ward for an automatic, that third or fourth spot. I really do. Ronnie Kerwin, Matt Peck, Richard Rees, Mr. China, happy birthday to you, pal. Todd Cisco, Richard and Emmett Leonard, top half of the table. Again, there's a few lads at the bottom half that have a few games in hand, so you better watch out there around the middle of the table. Lee Riffer said, fuck Ivan. I don't look down. Maybe you don't, but one of these days you'll have to look up and see who's above you, even though you mightn't look down. That's the only problem with that. To the stats. I know, I'm going to make this bigger because I can't barely see that. If I can't barely see that, you haven't that bleeding hope. The tons, Vinny O'Brien leads the tons with 114. Ivan David Dara with 112. Lee Refford 108. Paddy Arkin 103. John Smith with 102. A steady trying 118. Tons so far in the league. Ivan David Dara leads the 140s. Lee Refford on 45. Richard Rees 29. That's the gap to the two boys with the 140s, and it's them 140s that are winning him the games. You can see it a mile away. So it's big power scoring, giving them themselves enough chances at the doubles. There's been 7 170s in the league. Helen still leads the 180 charge. Well done, Helen. Absolutely fantastic. She is phenomenal when it comes to the 180s. Keep them going. We're all behind you. Lee Refford on 9, Richard Rees and Vinny O'Brien with 5 each. Gary Wilson, Ivan and John Smith are with 4-3 to field. George Fleck 161 still there with Richard Rees, still right behind him on a 160. The ton plus really hasn't changed within that league, to be honest. Either has the best legs. Ton plus finishes. Ivan took over from Gary Wilson. He's got 5. Gary Wilson with 4. George, John, Richard and Vinny O'Brien all with 3 each. Mr. China still leads the way with the highest average, 79.11. Absolutely fantastic. And it's funny, he's got the halfway running average. He's got the highest halfway running average, and he is down in 7th. I'll just tell you, you may have a good average, but if you don't hit him, if you don't hit those doubles, averages mean nothing. Let's see, Obsidian to the Moonstone. Oh, it's getting hot. I saw it. Look at every league table. It's brilliant. I love it. Into the Moonstone. Charlie Mitchell leads the way. Go on, Charlie. Warren Penny on 93. There is 9 legs. The difference between the two of them. That's how close it is. Warren Penny on 93, Twinkle Toss a point behind on 92, Alan Palmer on 90, Tom Finnernan on 89, with a game in hand. Bob Myers has 82, Phil James has 77, Stefan Martin Peterson, a couple of games in hand, he's on 72, Andre Luke McGill, Arthur Langley, Andy Nelson and Sean O'Donnell, top half of the table. But again, look, there's a few below that have loads of games in hand, and anything is possible around the middle of the table. It's brilliant. Look at the smile. I'm not joking. Huge. To the stats. And again, the stats, they are brilliant. They're so close. To the tons, Phil James leads the way. Tom Finnan down behind. There's 9 between them. Alan Palmer on 91 with Wayne. Andre Luke McGill 89. Andy Nelson 87. Wayne Baybar leads the 140s with 28 of them. Phil James with 20. Alan Palmer, loads of them in there with 19. Tom, Kenneth Gregory and Alan out with 19 140s. The 4 170s. You see as the leagues go down, the less there is of a few tons, there is a less few 140s. It's just a little bit more consistency and more power throwing as you go up along the leagues. I'd love to have double percentages for you. If WDA did them, you know what I mean? It would be something.
Yeah.
If people were honest enough to put it in, you know what I mean? It would be good to have as well, because that's where our games are won and lost. You know what I mean? Scoring helps, but finishes and finishing.
Do you know what a text message is?
Is that 5 to 7? Check it.
Open it.
No bother.
Come on in, Ella.
Oh, bang
What
on.
time-
5 to 7.
What time does that say?
5 Ow!
What time does that say?
I wasn't in the car.
I was live.
I was looking at the pictures.
I'm in
She's
the
got your
car
phone.
at 10 to 7.
There you go.
27.
Apologise.
A phone call.
Apologise.
A phone call.
I was
would
live.
help. A
I'm gonna
phone
stand with
call
the dark.
would help. A phone call would help.
That's it. Thomas Keane still leads the 180s with 5 of them. Jody on the march with 3 with Warren Penny and Wayne Weber. Gregory leads the highest out with a 145. Ken Roach with a 143. Jody 131. That's the first time we've mentioned Ken's name all season. Well done, Ken. With a 143. Charlie Mitchell, best leg of 14. Sean O'Donoghue 14. Thomas Keane 14. Warren Penny 14. 15. The field. Ton plus finishes. 3, 6, 9, 12. 27 of them. Absolutely fantastic. Fair play, folks. Alan, Bob, Charlie, and Jody, all with 3 plus ton finishes each. And last but not least, it is our favourite. They're all my favourite, to be fair. Love them all. To Malchalate, Rob Civic leads the way. Right behind him, and the same amount of points. It's the Dragon, 1951. He's senile. He's blind. He can't see. He can't hear. He can barely throw a dart. No, he can throw a dart. He's on 98 points. Legs is the difference. Leighton Griffin is also unbeaten. He can also go to 98 points. What a running there is. Congratulations again to John Rock for winning the 301. We did mention it earlier, but he's on 88 points. Danny Kennedy on 86. Kenny Robertson on 67. Scotty, Gary, Paul Giovanni Nash. Still, I'm not joking, absolutely fantastic to see Paul still throwing really well. Tony Skerry, Stephen Cranny, Anfin, Brendan, Mike DV. I'll tell you, Mike he played the father last night. I'm sure there's definitely more hours than that till Christmas, you absolute knobbin.
You gotta love that.
Podge Callan and Sasha Griffiths. Mike played the father last night. To be fair, father 105.4 could have went the other direction. Father could have snuck it early doors 5-2 maybe, but Mike had loads of chances as well. It was one of them games. It was a strange one, wasn't it? And nobody, it was 4-all, and I'm not talking, the two of them missed about 28 darts at a double because nobody wanted to win it. It was a great game. It really was a great game. And it's great to see games like that in our own different leagues. I know he's my father, 100%, but I used to get to see some of Reese's games and the whole lot, and it's great to see other people in our own leagues as well. And have a little chat with him after as well. It's brilliant. the stats. You laugh now.
I'm laughing. I'm reading all the comments that I missed while I was driving in the fucking blackout in town.
Leading the tons is Rob Civic, John Rock on 77, Farah on 67, Nathan Griffin on 62, Mike Van Dies on 61. Tell you, Mike is he does score. We all know Mike can score. It's his finishing that kind of leaves him down from time to time. Rob Civic 23, 140s, John Rock 17, Nathan Griffin 16, and the Farah on 14. You see the top four. They're the top four in the scoring. It's unreal. The 170s, four of them. Alex, Jonathan, Michael Robertson and Rob Civic. Danny Kennedy leading the 180s though. John Rock with 3, Michael Robertson with 3, Nathan Griffin with 3, 2 for the Father, Mike Van Diest and Rob Civic with 2. Tony Scurry also has 2. Sasha has 1, Scotty McKenzie has 1, and good old Stephen Cranny has 1 as well. The highest checkout still with Sasha with a 130, Rob Civic with a 126, Gary Smith 116, John Rock as well with a 116, Helen with a 115, the Father with a 114, Nathan Griffin, Paul Giovanni 112 each, and 4 tons straight. Danny Kennedy, Michael Robertson, Podge Callan, Stephen Cranny. Reece Brown still looking for his 99 finish that he loves so well inside the match today. Has hit it every season. Can he get another one? Never know. Best leg 14 still with Nathan Griffin, 15s for the Father and Rob Civic, Danny Kennedy with a 16, Gary Smith 17 with Helen. Super. Ton plus finishes, Rob Civic with 3, Paul Giovanni Nash with 2, Gary Smith loads in with 1 behind. Absolutely fantastic.
Take a breath.
Take a breath. Like that, there will be new fixtures released this evening.
I'll get on it now.
It has been a welcome break, but it has been missed as well at the same time.
Are we asking about the last World Series of last year that should have taken place in December? Are we going to have it on a Saturday evening rather than a Sunday?
Yeah, rather than a Sunday. We have 2 events to go ahead in the month of January. Hopefully one will be next, now with the weekend coming, it'll be next weekend.
So the 15th.
Yeah, and then the last weekend of January will be the massive one.
The last weekend in January now is my dad's birthday.
It'll be in Dublin.
We were supposed to be up the north.
We'll see. Look, we'll have a look. We'll have a look at the dates and days and see.
We
see
could,
what we can
like,
do.
you could have it. We could have 2 in February because there's 4 weeks in February. The 5th and then the last weekend in February.
Yeah.
Do it that way.
Look, we'll all have a chat with people and within the groups because we know Q School. We know people are going to be away for a week and everything like that. So look, the best of luck to everybody who's travelling there. The people who are actually going there, that they have a legitimate chance. The very best of luck to you. People that are going for a piss up. Fair play to you. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have no more to say on that really. I can't get into it. It blows me mind every time. No, genuinely, there is a few out there that are going to Q School. There's a few out there who's thinking about going. They should be there. I do recommend it. There's a few people that's going. I don't recommend it. I'm joking. The challenge show is always there to bring you along, I suppose. Go back over to Live Allen. You'll see where you are in the league. I'll tell you, if everybody had their games caught up,
put up the table there as well.
if everybody had their games caught up, I'd say you'd be fighting for relegation, to be honest.
He always is.
Lenny definitely will be. It has been amazing. Everybody who's tuned in, absolutely fantastic. As always, brilliant. Remember, I'll tag everybody. It won't be tonight. It might be tomorrow evening. I'll tag everybody in that team event to CG still want to be involved in it. It'll be a bit of a laugh. Something different as well, and it is a little bit more pressure on your shoulders when it's not just for yourself. So you know what I mean. You're winning for somebody else. You're not just winning for yourself. I think that's about it really. Fixtures are going out. very best of luck to Mr. Barry and Mr. KDD in the 170. Hopefully we will get this stream. We will get it streamed. Don't know when, but we will get it streamed.
Over the weekend, I think, Rory said.
And hopefully we'll get the final done as well, which the man on farm, Mr. William Kirkwood, is in the final. We love our William Kirkwood. Fair play to you. Well, I am. 180k.
Is he also in the final of the 301?
He is also in the final of the 301.
Is he still there in the 101?
I think so. He could swipe the lot this year, lads.
Hey,
Anyway.
beautiful. Mwah.
Thanks very much for tuning in. We'll have a little dance out. Fuck off, Alan. I'll look back over it. Tune in on time. I even put a post up early today to tell you what time I was going live. Yeah, melt. See you later, folks. Good night. I did say Lee Marsh, that was one of the comments of the day, to be fair. We were just on about it. Absolutely brilliant, pal.